Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make the cover to a traveler's notebook. I had a friend that is interested in making her own book, so I thought I would show her how I make my covers. So let's get started. Okay, so the paper we're going to use today is from the Bo Bunny collection, and it's Argala's Garden. Anyway, I got it at Tuesday Morning for $5.99. If you're interested in this paper collection, the SKU is 1962323. Anyway, it's got some really pretty colors in here. Something different. I used to go with so much pink, and I really liked this one, so thought I'd give it a try. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is I've already went ahead and I pre-cut my paper. The paper is cut at 11 1/4 by 7 1/4. This is going to be a B6 size. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, since I've already pre-cut it, is we need to score. We're going to score at 5 1/8. We're going to score at 5 5/8. Don't press too hard, y'all, because then you could punch holes, and then 6 1/8. Okay, so that's all we need for this one. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna round the corners. I don't always round my corners, but today I thought I'll go ahead and do that. I'm using my corner chomper. It's We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile. And I'm just going to go ahead and round my corners. Now, I don't always do this. Sometimes I like to leave mine just plain, and I think it looks good as well. But we're going to go ahead and round them today. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a light fold where I have my score lines, just the two outer ones. The 5 1/8 and the 6 1/8. I just made that one kind of as a guide for the center. So you can go ahead and fold this. It makes your spine a little bit more rounded, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so before we go any further, we're going to put this through the laminator. Give it a nice hard cover. And I'm using my Scotch laminator that I got from Target. And these are Scotch laminating sleeves. Got them at Target as well. I think I paid like $19 for a pack of 100. So anyway, I'm going to get this through my laminator and I'll be right back. Okay. So it's coming on through. Don't leave me, y'all. Hang in with me. It's about halfway. If y'all don't have a laminator, it's a really good investment for your craft room, because you can laminate so much stuff and it just makes it look so much more professional and so much more finished. Okay, we're about 3/4 there, and then we should be good on the laminating. While I wait on that, I'm going to go ahead and bring my trimmer back up here so we can trim the edges. Okay, turn that off. Okay, so as you see, it has the extra edge on the side and we need to trim it off. I usually line mine up at the 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up, trim off that edge, flip it around. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line this one up as well at the 1/8 of an inch. And there we go. Okay, so you can trim off the end, but it's not too long, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use my scissors and kind of round these up just a little bit. I don't always get my corners real perfect. If you guys have a tip on how I can do that, I'd love to learn that tip. But sometimes I use my corner rounder or my chomper and it doesn't always chomp it all off. So I'm just going to use some scissors and do the best I can here. This is a handmade item. It's not store-bought. Okay, so we're done with this. And we've got our cover. So here we go. Here's the outside and here's the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and on the two outer folds, I'm going to give it a quick little fold. Okay, as you see, here you go. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to make the holes. And I want to line my holes up like right past the crease and on the center on the inside of this crease. I'm going to use my EK Successes hole puncher. It's got a little guide in there, so it works perfectly for this. You don't have to worry about your holes being uneven. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to eyeball it. Make sure you got it flush up against the side. Now, I ordered my hole punch off of Amazon, but a couple of weeks ago I saw it at Michael's. They did have it there. So this is a good hole punch if you want to invest in a really good one. Now, my holes aren't always totally perfect, but we'll just do the best we can. Now we need one for the center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my big old chomper to make the center hole. And I'm just going to eyeball it, but you kind of want, let's see here, I've got it at like 6 3/4. So I'm just going to do 3, I'm going to do, I think this is about the middle. So I'm just going to eyeball it and get it up underneath here. Line it up with my hole punch. And there you go. Got my center hole. Okay, so now we have already completed the outside of the cover. We just need to put our elastic. So I chose to use gold on this one. And I actually had this roll from when I bought it at Michael's at Christmas time. I think I paid like $1.50 for this big old roll. And it's still got so much on here. So I'm just going to roll up a bunch. I never really know exactly how much. I'm just going to eyeball it. So the way I start with my threading it through is I'm going to start at the top hole in the center. And I'm going to pull it. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it over to the hole next to it and bring it through back into the center. And then I'm going to bring it down here to the bottom hole. Pull it on through. And then I'm going to bring it back up through the center hole. Now, if you have yarn that's maybe too thick or your holes aren't wide enough like these are, then you can use like a needle to thread your elastic through. I've done that before as well. I'm going to poke it back through the top center. And then I'm going to come back out here through the other side here. There we go. We're almost at the end. And then I'm going to poke it down through the bottom. And we're almost there. This is how you make your elastic, y'all. This is how I do it. There's many different ways to thread this, but I found this is the easiest way. And there we go. Make sure they're good and tight. Not too tight. You don't want it to bow out. But I'm going to give it a good knot in the center here. Tie myself a knot. I'm going to tie one more just so it will stay together. Then I'm going to trim it off. And there we go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be able to put 4 folders in here or even double them up. It'll be plenty. So So there we go. Now on this center line that I put here, I just did that as a guide. You can fold that as you want. It will make the spine more rounded, or you can choose to have it more squared like I've done. Okay, so the last thing that we're gonna do is we're going to put the elastic for the outside, and I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. So what I do is I kind of move my little elastic over, and I'm gonna stick it through the hole. And then I'm going to, you can either wrap it around like this and then poke it back through just so you can see how well it's going to fit. I think that's what I'll do this time. I'm going to poke it through the hole, maybe. Poke it through the center hole. I can get it in. There we go. And I'll pull it. And you don't have to do it this way. You could have did it a little bit differently, but I just kind of did that so I could kind of see how long it's going to be. And I think that's going to be good. Now I'm going to tie off a knot inside. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 knots. I've seen many people make traveler's notebooks, and everybody does it differently, but I think the best thing to do is make it the best way for you. This is the best way for me that I have found out. That's the most simplest way. Okay, so I'm going to trim this off, and then I've got my elastic. Fits right over, and there you go. We have a cover. So anyway, this is how it works. You flip it off, and there you go. Okay, so my next video that I will make is I'm going to be making inserts for the inside. I'm going to make some folders and just show you how I kind of get it started. But anyway, well, I hope that you like this video, and I hope it's helpful to you. And I hope that if you've never made any traveler's notebooks, I hope that you find my video beneficial and helpful, and I hope that it inspires you to make your own covers and your own traveler's notebooks. Anyway, I guess until my next video, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.